Recording in progress.
Alrighty, welcome to tonight's Norfolk Planning Board meeting. In accordance with the provisions of MGL Chapter 30A, Section 20, notice is here given that the Planning Board will meet on Tuesday, July 14, 2026 at 7 p.m. in Town Hall Meeting Room 124. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in person at 1 Liberty Lane. Please, it's empty right now. I beg you. Norfolk, Mass, or by remote Zoom connection provided. Please note that the in-person meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the remote connection. All right, we have a full house today, so we'll do introductions. No need for roll call votes. We have Gary Sullivan. Hello. Melissa Mayo.
Hi.
I'm Chris Montfort. Valerie Braish.
Hello.
And Dan Seeger. Present. Then we have Richard McCarthy and Betsy Fischel with us as well.
Yeah.
All right. First up, we have the public hearing for 90, 92, 96, 100, and 100R Pond Street. This is, for those of you who've been playing along, the modification of a previously approved site plan and stormwater management permit for the proposed construction of a large-scale ground-mounted solar photovoltaic system, including installation of battery storage, which is not controversial at all, equipment pads, electrical service infrastructure, and stormwater management facilities. This is continued from 6/9/2026. Where are we at?
Daniel, were you able to receive my email I sent just a few minutes ago?
Yeah, I received your email, but, I understand there's the ZBA's priorities, but with the planning board, we have, I believe, satisfied every question we've had from the board. Everything's been surrounding the battery storage system so far, and we're just trying to get ourselves on schedule. So I understand you didn't draft conditions, Richard, but I'd love to get the public hearing at least closed tonight, if possible.
Do we have anything outstanding?
Hazard mitigation analysis. Your staff person is on leave right now, I believe, right? We talked about this. To be able to respond to complete the hazard mitigation review.
Is that a question for?
That's for you, Dan.
him?
Yes. Daniel?
I guess I didn't hear what Richard said correctly, but it sounded like he said, I thought he was asking you if you had a third-party person to review the hazard mitigation analysis.
No, so,
Months ago now.
Yeah, Jensen Hughes did a second review and forwarded some comments. There was some missing information. I believe your person is not available right now. There are to fill in those gaps. Is that true? Not true?
Are you aware of anything of the like, that there's an inability to get answers to those questions?
Nope, I just didn't believe there was outstanding issues with anything we had turned in.
Okay. Are the hazard mitigations required for us to close the hearing?
I think there's a preference from the board to get them addressed before.
Do we know what the
closing.
outstanding questions are?
So it's all in the report. So there's a table with items reviewed for, or received for review, where it's from Jensen Hughes. It says that there's yellow and red. They have them color coded. So site and best layout plans are yellow, which means the document was submitted but needs additional information provided. The emergency response plan is yellow as well. And then there's 2 red sections, which says best product HMA, best site HMA, not submitted for review. And then there's another document that says it's from the third-party reviewer, I believe, on NextGrid side, saying everything is sufficient. So there's some contradictory information, but also missing information, it seems, from Jensen Hughes, at least in the latest document that I saw, which shows the yellow and red, no greens at all, which green means the document was submitted and additional information is not required. We only have yellow and red from Jensen Hughes.
So this is the one from 5/7?
Let me
That
go
email.
back.
6/16,
6/16.
which I've got.
Is that the latest? Am I looking at the latest?
Why am I not up there?
Is
Hold
the
on.
latest one what's in the shared folder?
I've got one from an email in 5/7/26.
No,
It's a
June, there's a
6/16.
June 16th
Okay.
There.
in the shared folder that
There are still some
appears to be
items
Jensen
that are
Hughes'
yellow and
most
red.
recent version.
Okay, now I see it.
Yeah, let me just look at,
6/16.
yeah, it should be in the shared drive. You saw,
Yeah, so we've got a list of yellows, no reds, and an emergency response plan.
The reds have been taken care of?
No, we're talking
No,
about the
the-
hazard mitigation plan,
Yeah.
not the emergency.
That's the emergency response plan that you're looking at.
Oh my lord.
I don't think it's a big deal that I shut this one off, Andrew. Thank you.
The hazard mitigation analysis I found in the emails, not in the folder.
There is one in the
it
folder.
is in the folder.
I was
as well.
looking yesterday, so I don't know if you added it.
About the
No, it's
conflicting.
in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6/16.
Okay,
Yeah.
So the Pond Street Solar Best third-party review?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
so I do
Okay, I
have
opened
it.
that, I don't see reds.
Do you want to just pull it
I
up
see
so that we can
yellows.
all see it?
Yeah, I have it up on on the big screen.
Okay.
There we go. So.
Okay,
the-
so certain sections,
emissions.
certain things within it, but overall the grading is yellow. Got it.
Site, battery storage layout plans, yellow. Battery storage product, HMA, yellow. Battery storage site, HMA, yellow.
Okay, this is different than the one that I had. So now it's just yellow and then emergency response plan is green. Oh,
It looks like the only red item is the toxic and highly toxic gases released during fires, et cetera, et cetera.
Correct.
So what's Richard, I'm looking at a document that you sent me and everything's green. And it's titled Norfolk Battery Energy Storage System Hazard Mitigation Analysis and Emergency Response Third-Party Review. Every section is green.
What day was that?
And you sent me it, and I just forwarded it back to you. So if there's another document, I don't know what it was.
You just sent it back to me?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I'll look.
I can pull it, I think I can pull it up.
Which, that's May. I sent you one on June 17th.
So everything was green, and then everything was ungreen. I mean, you can send me the one resend me what you're talking about.
I think what was green was the section that they had reviewed, which was the emergency response plan, and what they were saying was that the best site and the best product HMA were missing, and then the site and BES layout plans were submitted, but they needed additional information. And so the follow-ups show more of the red and the yellows and all of that stuff, and it's a much longer document. But you are correct, there was one with a list of greens in it, but that's because that section was fine. The other sections were not there.
The HMA is the one, the second one I sent to you on the 17th of June.
Which I can understand is confusing, because that's what got me as well.
Well, one of the questions that I had that maybe, Danny, you can answer, even though this just came right in front of you. I think that some of these yellow recommendations and the things that they're asking for, I'd be interested to know, what do we actually have the information for and know right now, and what are items that you'll ultimately answer prior to the building permit and stuff like that? Because there's some, there's some stuff in here where I feel like is relevant for us, like the distance between the units. But there's some stuff in here on like, submission on specific plans, and to some of the technology that, if you don't know it right now, and that's something that's going to be determined between now and your building permit, it'd just be good to know when it would be answered. So we're not just waiting for stuff that we don't really have total use for.
Distances between units and stuff like that, that's in the permit, for the plans that we're resubmitting to try to reopen our building permit.
Yeah, so I think that's the type of stuff that it seems to me like it'd be pretty easy to answer those, turn this green, and then just be limited to, what's outstanding is what you're going to deal with through the building permit process, so we can move this along.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, I don't see anything that we would opine on as a planning board in this document.
Right, other than the distances and, just generally knowing that this document was trending towards completion.
Right. A lot of these seem like more interesting for the fire chief, to be honest with you. Which we would be holden to. So has he looked at this?
I believe he did look at it. I don't have a report back from him, though, but I could check. Let me see. I don't believe I have anything from him. I think if to kind of organize a little bit better, if there's items that you feel comfortable can be conditioned, and then it's going to be conditioned and taken up by the fire department or the fire chief, that's one thing, right? So that can be addressed versus the planning board.
Yeah, I guess my point, is I think that with a little bit of time, like a very quick exercise, a lot of this stuff could probably be put in the HMA, and a lot of these could turn green, and I would feel pretty good about moving this forward, knowing that a number of the small open items will get handled in the building permit process.
Yeah.
But for right now, there's still the whole entire table of failure mode requirements is listed as incomplete, even though I think, or would expect, NextGrid could probably make some of these changes and updates pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, some of these are just like, the HMA should note that UL 9540A unit level testing showed 1, 2, 3.
Right.
That's a copy paste exercise right there. I don't see like.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I will say this though, Daniel. We did meet on July 1st, and I did walk the site after a rainstorm. Identified multiple issues that were in violation of the SWIP. We talked about the SWIP being addressed. I reviewed the SWIP reports. There's recommendations, and those things are not being done. So in terms of good faith, walking the site after a snowstorm and addressing these issues, it has not been done. And I'm quite frankly extremely frustrated by either your contract guy talking to the site contractor and paying attention to this stuff and getting it done. I don't know what the breakdown is, but it's not working, okay? And I went there after the rainstorm. There was 2.16 inches, and the same stuff's going on. It's running off the site. There's sediment over it's not being addressed.
Was this the rain last week? That was
Yeah, it was
my
last-
next question was going to be how to do in the rainstorm last week.
I mean, I drove by there today, and you could see the remnants of
Yeah,
the
it's
erosion
remnants.
down the
It's
street,
not,
I've been by and
all the way down to the second drain that's covered by Pond Street Recreation Center.
I walked the site, I took photos of it, I see where the breaches are. The There's not sill fence missing. The straw walls are failing. There's breakouts. There's a tree over some of it that should be removed. So the attention to that is not being done.
And there was
Period.
no dust control evident either. There was huge clouds of
No.
dust.
So I'm exhausted with you. I get it, but I don't. I really don't. So I understand you got to take down the cell towers. The one's down. You got to do that. But in terms of the back of the site, and this is the same things the ZBA talked about last month, that the back of the site should be ready to go to put panels in. That's not changing. You got to start somewhere. Install it. Like, it's not happening.
All right, so hearing this, I'm just looking at the site, the SWIP report from 7/7 as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm comfortable closing the hearing then, at this point.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, no, so I'm gonna look for a motion to,
Well, can we just, what are the next steps? How do we move forward on this? Because it's been, I believe Daniel said at the ZBA meeting, 7 months. I'll take his word for it. It's been a very long time. So what are the next steps and how can we
So the next
proceed?
step, so one, they have a permit from 2021 and they modified it. Okay, so at one point in time, we talked about, all right, you should probably pause because you're making change, you're taking down, there's 2 cell towers are coming down, you're gonna regrade it, and then you're gonna add some battery storage. Fine, understood that. But the back of the site, which is also the piece that's being leased by the town, was no changes. It's ready, and there's nothing going on in terms of panels. So that hasn't started. The ZBA asked, and I asked it, we met on July 1st. They need to come in and get the permits addressed. It's still not done. We had discussions about the fence. I know the ZBA wanted the fence installed right away. They talked about it at the last ZBA meeting. Well, the fence, and I would argue, okay, the fence is a permanent fence. It wasn't just solely to be placed there for construction at the start. Arguable point. Fine, understood. But there was a temporary fence that was supposed to go around the guide wires for protection of those on the site plan from the planning board. Those were not installed. So I said, okay, they're not installed. Can you at least get orange construction fencing around them just to identify them on the site, because the site's wide open? I don't know, was that installed? I don't think so. I'll go check before tomorrow night's meeting, because they're before the ZBA. Like I said, we sat down July 1st, we talked about, there was a question about how much material is going. There was some debate about whether material came in and was being brought out, processed on site. The contractor said no. We took them at their word that that's the case, that the material on site being processed is from the site. So be it. There's a difference of opinion on the matter, okay? But we're not moving on the pieces of the puzzle that can be done without what's before you today.
I guess my view on it, though, is, and I mean, NextGrid can make, obviously, a business decision. You know, they may not be able to move forward with actually starting construction without a fully and complete permanent site plan. I mean, that's sometimes what you need for financing. So I can understand if that's a holdup. As far as like what I would feel comfortable actually trying to start moving this forward, I think if they were to be between now and the next meeting, deal with the temporary fence, deal with the stormwater issues and everything that you've asked for, and knock out these, would look to me to be pretty easy edits to the hazard mitigation plan, I then feel like we're in pretty good spot.
but in addition, we need to also have that draft decision.
Well, right.
Fair enough.
Can we all agree on this? Dan, looking at you for your part?
Yeah, I agree. I just want to point that the ZBA is acting within their purview, and they seem like they have a full grasp of the things Richard's talking about, and the planning board's been firmly focused on a lot of these best issues, and we're trying to move this. There's a lot of issues with financing. There's a lot of issues with mobilizing and remobilizing, getting an active permit, and we need to start somewhere, and I'm trying to move something along. And as far as the issues Richard's talking about, I'm gonna have my construction staff start going to the ZBA hearings, because it's more in their purview than mine. So I'm trying to close this planning board issue, which is firmly within, you know, my realm of responsibility within Next Grid.
And I will state for the record, Daniel, I understand your role, and your construction person's not here this evening. But I've also spoken to your construction person, and I don't
Yeah.
get the sense that that person is paying attention to this in an expeditious way.
That's why I'm gonna get them there for you tomorrow, Richard.
Okay. And then he really needs to be there to explain to the ZBA why, because they're asking me, and I'm not seeing it. So I'm just reporting out what I'm not seeing.
All right.
And in a good faith, if you're able to turn all of this stuff around expeditiously prior to our next meeting, I'm okay doing an emergency meeting just to close your hearing and get your decision out, if we can get that to make sense from a time perspective, and we can align all of the schedules.
Okay.
Okay, but that's a huge ask, right? Like, you've got a lot of stuff that you've got to get done on your site, you've got a lot of stuff that you've got to get documented as well, and we'd have some schedules to align, but if we can make the stars align, I would be happy to do that.
Okay. Understood.
Okay, all right, so I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Just says before you take any action. Are you talking, just to clarify, a meeting before August 11th?
Yes, if we could make it work.
So then what I would suggest you do is you
Set a date and time.
set a date and time to that time.
Okay.
And that way you can vote and continue it to that. Okay, and then
if we,
then it can go the 11th if not, right? So, because you're gonna have to vote to send it to a place and time.
okay,
And if you want to do a special meeting prior to that, we
that's
just
fine.
need a.
So let's look at dates and times now. And how long would you need, best case scenario, for us to revisit this prior to the 11th?
So, besides the HMA docs, can you please be super clear about what we would need to accomplish?
Everything that was called out in the most recent SWIP report.
Okay?
What else?
The temporary fence.
The temporary fence.
It sounds like that's the stuff you're talking through at CBA tomorrow night.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't think ZBA is gonna have a special hearing, so you might as well just continue it for the 11th, because they're not gonna approve till their meeting that follows that, so I don't think we're gonna save a ton of time. But I really appreciate the effort and sentiment.
Okay. It's fine. All right, so then looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting until August 11th at 7 PM.
To continue?
To continue our meeting till August 11th at 7 PM.
So moved.
All those in favor? Do we have a second?
Yep,
All
second.
those in favor? Aye. All right. See you at 7 on the 11th. Thank you. All right, we have a 7:15 public hearing for proposed amendments to rules and regulations of subdivision of land and site plan approval under the planning board fee schedule, continued from 6/9/2026.
I don't think my inside voice was working on the prior application, so I have to raise my, apologize.
Sorry.
No worries. At least I didn't have to separate you.
Same person, actually, when that happened.
All right, so.
No, was it?
No, it's a different person.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, different person. So I did do a, if you had a chance to review it,
And filing fee examples?
yeah, just to kind of walk it through, so.
I did put the hard copies in the packet.
Okay, so
I will
let's,
pull it up as well.
let me just, and after kind of walking it through, I did make some adjustments to not make some changes to the fee schedule too. Let's see. Depends which one you want to look at. Do you want to see the examples, how we kind of broke it down by A&R, preliminary, definitive, site plan, just to, or if you're comfortable?
Start from the top and go down.
So,
I think where we left off last time was that we needed to make sure that all of the town's costs were covered.
Right.
Yeah, and that we weren't leaving money on the table with the new formula, which it sounds like it would Rich
But that's the
together
filing fee
and
examples
consider,
page.
Yeah.
yeah, so I have so I did a comparison to just in a table. Oh, you have that one up there, okay. So just to show you, let me just make sure I put it in the file. I did just give me a second. All right. Hopefully I put this in. Maybe it's in the other. Hold on a second. Sorry for the pause.
No worries.
Where is it? Important. I'm looking for it. Boy, I hope. Where's my? Oh, here it is. Oh, I don't think I stuck it in the shared drive.
I think you did.
Is it labeled planning, land use, project tasks?
Yep.
That's what I was trying to get to. So essentially, what I did is I took our hourly rate plus added in a fringe benefit component, which is 20%. So when we submit grant applications, oftentimes, when they ask, so we do in-kind, they allow us to do a rate for a fringe cost towards it as a match, so that's the rate that I used. So I essentially took my position rate plus the executive assistant and then applied it across each one of the project types, describing what the work scope is involved from the different positions. Now, as I explained in there, as you can imagine, that it will vary depending upon, in most cases, the quality of what comes in, and then also based upon who was on the other side. So some people have pretty seasoned people who are doing work for them that are pretty proficient at working with their clients, and then others aren't. And then we also sometimes have people who don't have any professionals, and they're coming in and we're spending a little bit more time. But on average, we're just, I think it's capturing what we're doing, we're spending our time on. And that's why I did remove revision changes that we may need to go back, because that's going to reflect with projects in terms of may need additional work, depending on the size and scope of them. And then I was comfortable taking, more recently, we actually haven't had a subdivision, a new one in 9 years. So, kind of hard to, I can tell you what we've done since that time as it's going on, but I don't have one new one. But these are newer site plans, so I can definitely, I'm able to better quantify the work time spent into them.
So looking at the filing fee examples, the land use staff hours, that's true, period, right? So like it's 10 hours, whether it's the old filing fee or the new filing fee, 17, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I just applied, yeah, so that's 10 hours times.
Right. And so our cost for these examples,
Yep.
that would have been helpful to kind of understand,
God bless
to
you.
see what the quote unquote margin is for these, how it increases or how we were deficient previously.
So an example of,
So like on 1 Pine Street, did we lose money on that filing fee because of the amount of time we spent on it?
under the old rate,
Yes.
yeah,
And by how much?
no, I mean.
It looks like if
you do the
have
delta,
1450.
80 and 50 in there, so 130 an hour, 10 hours, $1,300. Yeah, you lost on the old one and you're getting the coverage on the new one.
yeah,
I don't math in my head, that's the problem.
the difference, was that,
It's fine, as long as we're positive, I don't care what the positive is.
yeah, we're
And the idea.
positive under the new one.
Right, and so like the idea is that the positive amount that we have will take care of any additional hours that other projects, like you said, with less trained staff or that take a little bit more coddling, require a few more hours, it all washes out in the end. That's the hope.
Right. Well, just to clarify though, when I say untrained, it's more on the outside, not on the
Right,
inside. Yeah.
understand, but that requires us
Yeah.
to go back to them and say, we
Right.
need you to do X, Y, or Z, which
Right.
means more turns on our side, more hours spent on our side. Maybe it's 1 hour, maybe it's 5.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
the idea is that whatever extra goes to.
Now, I will say, the one that's before you tonight was very good submittal. Not just because they're in the room. I mean, that does help.
Your
but-
private sump pump.
But it was, no, but I mean, it was very succinctly laid out and respond to when it came between their team and our consultant doing the review, so.
great.
Because we're trying to understand, they're paying for that peer review, right? So that's additional cost, but,
All right, so then looking at the permit fee table that you provided, A&R plans going from 200 to 300. As compared to our neighbors, this is comparable to Walpole, Medfield almost, and it's under Dover. And then we're removing this plan resubmittal fee. That seems reasonable to me. Any concerns or questions there? Hearing none, moving on to preliminary subdivision plans. That seems to just reduce down to the 3, and then we're not adding. So it's per lot over 3 lots.
yeah, so we're just lowering the
Yep.
benchmark, or the starting point per extra. And then we're gonna retain the revision.
Okay. And then professional review deposit goes out to 4,000. And this is the beta?
Yes, yeah.
And so obviously we're doing this to offset the cost of beta.
Offset the cost of bid.
Well, it's a deposit, so it's the starting point.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so the way the way we do the intake, they submit a full application. They'll send us back a scope and fee based on the,
Then
on
we
the-
pass the rest off.
and then they take up the delta of it.
Okay.
I mean, you could get rid of for each revision, the review fee if you wanted to, but I don't think it makes that much a difference because the way our fee structure is set up, we do this anyway, we take deposit, and then we do the difference. I didn't touch it, but I don't think there's
I
a
don't see a review fee, revision fee.
under 1B? Did I have the right one? Or did I do the wrong one?
Oh, I'm not looking at that, Doc. I'm just looking at the table, and the table
okay.
doesn't have, all the table shows is professional review deposit.
I should probably look at the same document you are, sorry. All right, just scratch what I just said. I'll look what's on the screen. So I did make the change there. So in terms of the peer review, what I just described is deposit in, fee, then they make up the difference. The processing fee is to the town, so that goes to the general fund. Under 1D.
Would it be easier to look at the spreadsheet where it shows old and proposed? That's what I'm looking at. That's what
Now I'm
you're,
all confused because we're looking at words.
yeah, I'm not looking at that one. I was looking at
You
the
want to go back to
spreadsheet.
the, well, look at the spreadsheet? We'll put
Yeah, I
the
think
spreadsheet.
that's
Is this going to
easier.
be representative of what's in the words?
Yes,
100%.
yes.
So if I showed both of these docs to Claude, he's not going to call you a liar.
I call you a human and say you made a mistake.
I haven't worked with Claude yet. So I don't know. I will tell you this.
So when we vote on this and this goes to
Yeah, let's look at it. We're looking at it right
approval,
now.
this table is getting put into the,
No,
no, so we need to look at the words.
you do need to look at the
All
words.
right, so let's look at the
This
words.
table was just to.
It's a comp table.
Is a comp, one, it shows your old with the new, side by side, one with their spread apart, and then communities around you, just to, for comparison's purpose. But what's in the second column, E, is that E?
Yep.
E is what's in the words. Is that,
Yeah, I don't see, it said $300 for the revision.
The A and R.
No,
no.
and I don't see that in the table, so I think that's why we're
Yes.
confused.
Yeah, so if the table's not the most up to date, then I
Because it
don't.
didn't change.
It
It's
didn't
saying
change.
It didn't
it's
change?
not
Still
in there.
300.
Yeah, it didn't change. It's the
Okay.
same number.
All right,
Okay, so you're having the same
yeah.
thing.
I get you.
Okay, we got it.
All right.
It took me a second too.
Thank you. It's been a long day, Dan.
That's all right. Understand.
All right.
And by the way, if you want a little bit cleaner, we could do it next month. That's fine too. We're not in a
Well,
rush.
no, I mean,
just, that's a better, I get it. I can change it.
I don't need you
That's
to
fine,
change it.
that's fine.
I think if we're codifying the words, we should look at the words.
Okay.
But just one quick question, Rich. Did you say that after you did the examples, you changed a couple things? What was that?
Well, I think in the previous version.
Yeah.
I was taking out the revision, the processing fee.
Yeah.
Under that one. So I'm not taking it
You're not
out.
taking it out,
Right,
okay.
right. That's what I was saying.
Got it.
And then we're going to definitive.
I mean, I could put it through Claude if you want.
Claude's a good friend.
It's a
It's another AI.
AI.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah. It's French.
You single?
You don't want to deal with that multiple personality disorder of his.
No, I don't.
All right. So we are at what? 2B?
to
2A?
2A.
2A. All right. Definitive subdivision plans. You're going from 1,000 to 2,000. And we're going to 3 lots. Review fees removed to initial deposit of 5,000. And that's at the expense of the applicant. I'm okay with that. Removing the review fee and advertisement fee from 2B. Does the review fee going away not make us lose money?
Which one?
for 2B?
No, because that's what we pay Beta, and they already work in a
And
revision fee
okay, all right.
into their quote.
Got it. All right, 3A, amendment, modification, or revision to approve. Nothing's
change.
changing. 3B, processing fee stays, and then the review fee, and then advertisement fee, that's fine. All right, anybody have any concerns with that section? Okay, moving to 4, snow plowing, we're changing the words.
Yes.
4B, the same. 5, you're adding words. No, that's just bold.
No change.
5, no change. 6, no change. 6B, we have the words again.
The DPW.
7, no change. D1, we have changes. Application fee goes from 17 to 1350.
Yep, this is for site plan approval.
Yep, and then dropping from 5,000 to 2,500. All right, and then removing changing the review fee again, that's fine. Removing the review fee from there. Any questions or concerns around D? Okay,
Wait a minute. So for number 2, so no more review fee, is that included somewhere else?
that's included in the 4,000
For
of
Beta.
1.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And
think,
then you messed up your numbering.
yeah, there's 2 number
Yes,
2s.
2 should be stricken and 3, it should be 3.
Yeah,
We'll fix that when we do a final clean version.
okay. And then E, and then we have F, G, and then H is changing the payable. Observation fee, same thing. Inspection fee, same thing. No changes.
And then you had already previously approved the accessory dwelling unit
Okay, so that
and the
closes.
electric vehicle charging stations we had done, I think in May.
Okay,
The sign permit too, right?
And then
So-
the sign permit is,
200.
yes.
So all invoices shall be paid, this is just a pet peeve of mine, within 30 days of receipt. How do we know that it was received? Or is that just a finance? Can we just, whatever it is for finance, it should be, but it's just, that always bugs me. It's not 30 days of, from the date of the invoice, it's 30 days of receipt, and we don't know when it was received.
What we do now,
Is it electronic now?
everything's electronic.
Oh, that's good, okay.
Yeah. Which is better than the mail.
all right. Any questions, any concerns, anything we need to mull around about?
I appreciate you putting together the examples and running through a couple scenarios.
Yep.
Yeah. And it was actually pretty helpful.
Yep.
Because,
The filing fee examples in particular.
when you really kind of go back and recount it.
All right, so then I'm looking for a motion to close the public hearing for the proposed amendments to the rules and regulations for subdivision of land and site plan approval.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. So now we're gonna vote on a decision. Any conversation to be had? Do we decide to roll these in?
Yeah, having the backup data and the hours makes me feel a lot better about it.
And so what happens, we approve and then it just gets like updated on the town website and the fees change?
Yeah.
Seems very unceremonious.
I know, but if we want to make a change to a typo in the bylaws, we have to wait until town meeting.
And therein lies the difference between regulations and bylaws.
Yeah.
You have to wait for the town meeting, and then you have to wait for the AG to approve.
Right,
Yeah, yeah. That's why you don't want to put your fees in a bylaw.
gotcha. Good to know.
All right, do I have to condition this on the change of the numbering?
You can adopt it as discussed this evening.
All right, looking for a motion to approve the rules and regulations for subdivision of land and site plan approval as discussed at our 14th meeting.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing none, motion's passed.
Yes,
Yay,
I'm very excited.
we did a thing.
finally.
Reconsider them.
What's that?
It took so long, we might want to reconsider them.
Too late.
To be raised.
Next month.
Do they need to be updated?
The market was down. We have to fix it.
Right.
All right, we have our 7:30 PM Off River Road Leland Wild Foundation Site Plan and Special Permit and Scenic Road Act hearing for construction of Nature Center, including the access drive, parking areas, and rain gardens, continued from May 12th, 2026. Welcome, how are you?
Good evening, members of the board. Andrew Gorman from Beals and Thomas here on behalf of the Leland Wild Foundation. My easel actually broke, so I'm going to ask my colleague Evan Connolly to assist with some screen sharing this evening. Here with me tonight is Susan Siegel from Return to Wild, as well as Jake Goodboys from Masters Touch and Evan Connolly from our office at Beals and Thomas. So where we left off previously, we were undergoing the peer review process with Beta Group. We had that initial conversation with them the same day as our last planning board hearing, and we've subsequently issued a comment letter to that, which we feel pretty confident about that we're at the finish line. And in addition to that, we've also submitted photometric plans to the planning board, as well as we have some architectural design sheets to show you tonight as well. So I'm going to ask Evan if he can share his screen so we can present that photometric plan that was sent. Thank you, Evan. So we can zoom in. It shows the, let's see, colorized areas here in blue are where we have, in black, where we have a very thin band of area where the parking area is going to be illuminated. And again, these are downward facing fixtures, so it's dark sky compliant, and essentially this bubble here. And we will have the ability to control them during the day, so these will be offline at night. So again, to reiterate what was said at a previous hearing, we really want to keep this area as dark as we can and consistent with the natural community, but we will have these lights available for safety purposes.
And so members of the board, we also have the cut sheet, the specs for the light pole and the drive folder as well. It's a gooseneck downward facing light structure.
You guys want to see it? There it is, on my screen.
So again, just to reiterate, downward facing, trying to keep this site as dark and as wild as possible. In addition to these fixtures and the photometric plan, the board was curious about the outward design as well. So I would like to invite Jake to share his screen and those outdoor renderings if possible.
Hold on, I think I just have to make him a co-host.
Yeah. And the view from this will be from the south facing north towards the structure.
Okay, Jake, you should be all set.
So we understand that there will also be a design review component as well.
I don't know if that's what he's.
So I believe it's on the screen up
He's got a
there.
better plan than
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, I like his better.
So I'm going to go over to
contest,
this screen.
guys.
So this is
Oh, no, I just,
part of that pollinator meadow facing north, and you can see the cars. That's the parking area in the back. So we're facing north in this direction.
So facing out toward River Road.
Facing
where you-
towards River Road, yep.
Follow up on that tomorrow.
That's kind of a nice ski lodge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the materials and the colors bring it to life. That looks
Yeah.
pretty.
We're very excited about it.
Captured in the decision. Ski lodge.
Concerned about the amount of birds.
Whoa, whoa.
No, we want as many birds as possible. That's part of our overall conservation strategy in locating this here.
Good recovery.
So we are petitioning for a decision this evening for the scenic road permit, for our special permit, and for our site plan review. I understand from brief email exchanges with Rich, we do have signage proposed on our plan. We originally assumed that the petition process for having signage in this district we could accomplish through either a petition in the narrative or a request for a variance, but it seems that the correct path for having a sign in the residential district, the nature center use does not trump the restriction on signage in a residential district. So we will be back before you. If we are fortunate to get a decision tonight, we will be back before you to petition for the sign through a separate special permit. Just the signage, like enter here, and maybe Evan can even pull up where that is on the site plan. If you're able to share your screen, Evan.
And then just quickly on the actual structure, there's not going to be any like sconces or light.
Jake, would you be able to answer that?
Yeah, so just where code allows, so where code requires, really. So there will be some, but it won't be like an always-on situation. It'll be, on a switch.
Okay. And not significant from a footprint perspective either, I'm hoping?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Not significant from like a footprint perspective either.
No, just, by code, we're required to have a sconce at every door, and then I'm sure there'll be a little bit of downlighting underneath, but it's just, as needed.
Okay.
And then where I'm going to point up here, this is the where we have the site signage proposed. So that will be the subject of a separate and distinct special permit. So independent of what we're asking tonight.
Is the special permit thing requesting sign larger than what our bylaw allows? Is that the reason?
What size is the sign? Dude,
I'm not, Evan, do we have dimension for it on our detail sheet?
I'm just wondering if
Not
it's
sure.
required a special permit.
I don't think we have a detail on our plans, but I feel like I saw something at some point. If I can take a look.
okay. So if needed, they may be back for the signage, but
We would certainly appreciate if there's a path of least resistance that is in line with the regulations. But independent of that, we are petitioning for closing tonight if the board is amenable.
Any questions from the board?
Would the sign be lit?
I don't believe so, no.
Any questions for the folks at home?
I don't see.
It looks like in the letter Beals and Thomas sent back, basically everything's addressed, right? There's no, from your view, anything else open?
That is our position. We haven't received a final letter from Beta, but I believe that it seems like we were at 90% before we even issued a letter to them. So, and we had calls, which Rich was online for as well, between us and Beta Group.
Do you think Beta's good? There's no reason to wait for a response?
no, I don't believe so, because what I did is I took what Andrew had responded back to Beta, in which they recommended as a condition, so I've taken those things and put them into the decision as conditions.
Perfect.
And part of that review, too, it was a conjoined review between the planning board and conservation, so there are comments about things like riverfront area that are being finalized with conservation.
Right.
Okay, so then I'm comfortable moving this to closure. Looking for a motion to close the Off-River Road Leland Wild Foundation public hearing.
So moved.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Rich, what do we got for a decision?
So you had,
I don't know if you did.
I can pull it up, but you also have a hard copy in your packet of the site plan special permit decision and the Scenic Road Act decision.
So what I would propose to the board is, I literally just drafted it like a few hours before the meeting.
Okay.
I mean, I shouldn't say that. I finished the draft. So in terms of sequencing timing wise, if you just vote the decision and with the caveat that you would do a final review, and if I need to make adjustments, I can, and then you can take care of it at the next meeting.
Say that again? Sorry.
So you vote
What I
that
heard was that we should sit here and go through each page until we're satisfied.
No, that's not what if that's what I said, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, you vote that decision subject to a final review.
Of the draft that we're voting on?
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with that. Either we're going to sit and review it now and make changes that we need to, or this will come back at the next meeting and then we'll approve it then.
Whatever. Yep. I mean, it's fine.
Whatever.
I should say whatever. They still need to get, which I would anticipate at the August 5th meeting, they'll get.
Our order of conditions with the Conservation Commission, yeah.
So it's not really like
All right, so then why don't you go through this with a fine-tooth comb, make sure it's going to be good for us, try and get it out to us about a week in advance so we can review it, and then we can vote on it
Vote
at the
on it and
11th.
sign it on the 11th.
Yeah.
yeah, that's not a problem. I think
So I believe, is it the 6th or the 5th that is Conservation? It's the first Wednesday?
I think it's the 5th.
I think it's the 5th, yeah.
Okay. I do have it bookmarked. I just forgot
Yeah, the
offhand.
5th. Yeah, I sent it this afternoon to Beta to review, and I asked them to review it. So that certainly works. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to just close the public hearing portion of the meeting and then just keep the,
We already closed it.
all right, fine. Keep the rest of it open for the decision. How's
Yep.
that?
Yeah, put that on the agenda for next meeting.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.
Thanks.
And we'll talk about the signage.
Yeah, certainly, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, we've got the Pondville Crossing A&R Plan, 2 Hill Street, Whitney's Way, 39 Pine Street.
Yes, I can pull that up. Give me 1 second. Let's close all these. Where are we? Oh, no.
So Ryan or Leonardo, do you want to?
Sorry, I was having difficulty taking her off mute. This is Ryan Lenhart. And so we're coming in, this project has been on tap, and, you know, we've been designing it and redesigning it, Rich, as you know, for the last couple of years. At this point, we are looking to have an A&R and separate the, thank you for pulling that up, separate the 2 lots, and the ownership will change. Hill Street Partners will own the lot down on, that's abutting Pine Street, and then Brendan Properties is going to own the lot that goes up between Pine Street and Hill Street. So this is just, you know, we had 3 partners in here. We had several different plans that we were mulling over. It's since been rezoned into the MBTA district. However, at this time, the partnership group is going in 2 different directions, and this was our way of splitting up the parcel.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Are you able to give us a sense of the direction? Or not yet?
Sure. So right now, we're going through a few different iterations, but within the next few weeks, you should be seeing at least the Hill Street Partners portion of the project will be coming before the planning board. I believe it's for site plan review.
Okay.
For a residential apartment building that'll be in under accordance of the MBTA zoning district.
Okay.
Okay. What about the other parcel? Do you have an idea there?
I don't want to speak on behalf of Brendan Properties, so I'm not entirely sure, but they may be coming before you guys as well. I'm just not sure what their plan is at this moment.
Understood. Thank you.
And Brendan Properties is the, I can't see, the
You mean to zoom in?
parcel B?
Oh, this right here?
It's where the old rail bed was.
Yeah, so parcel B, which also includes
Parcel B.
includes the 6 Hill Street too, correct? I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right, very good.
So we got one long and skinny, kind of like Y-shaped one.
And that's right, yeah.
Okay. All right, interesting. All right, it's A&R, not much for us to do, right?
No, there's really more to give you a little update.
Yeah. All right, so looking for a motion to approve the Pondville Crossing A&R plan for 2 Hill Street, Whitney's Way, 39 Pine Street.
Can I ask a quick question? I saw we did get a resident comment around the site condition there. Is that this, will that, is that
This
now
addresses it. Well,
this
Well,
property,
no.
or will that be the other developer's property?
It's actually the other, the former, what's that address? Instead of using the name.
Itchy.
39 Pine Street?
Yeah,
Yeah, the lots that were in the email from the resident were 35, 37, 39 Pine Street.
Yeah.
Betsy's
Yeah.
address?
yeah. No, I don't care her address. I mean, not that I don't care about her address, but that's Brendan Properties. That's
the other one.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's talking about this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's Brendan Properties
Okay.
that we received the email. We will forward you I can forward to you, or you can forward it to,
Do we have a
Please-
contact for Brendan
yeah,
Properties?
we do. So why don't you just, I do have the Brendan Properties contact.
Yeah, so we'll reach out separately.
Yeah,
let
we'll
them know
reach
the
out
comments
separately.
that we have,
Yeah,
but yes.
she had some concerns about the aesthetics and big pile of loam, the condition of that existing house that's there, so, and,
But in my mind, allowing them to have this separation does allow them to move forward in some way, shape, or form at some point in time. Right.
So actually, Ryan, I will send you her email, because you saw about home, so that's Whitney's Way, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, all right. We'll send you the email as well, sorry.
That'll be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So my request for a motion still stands.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. All right. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Appreciate the time.
Yep, and I have that,
Great.
I have that plan for
Thank you,
you
everyone.
guys to sign.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Now we've got the meeting minutes for the regular session.
So really not any substantial edits to either of them. I think I added a period in one and
Like one word and.
one word in the other, so nothing substantial. But they're saved in the folder.
Yep, I
and in
saw
red.
that. Thank you so much.
No worries.
All right. So then you're looking for a motion to review and approve the regular session meeting minutes from June 9th, 2026.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Now for the executive session meeting minutes on this same date, June 9th, 2026.
Those are the ones I think I added one word, so.
Yeah.
Looking for a motion for the same.
I will second it.
No, you're gonna make the motion.
I'm motioning it.
I'll second
All right. You second it. All those in favoring it? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Through the meeting notes.
Thank you.
All right. MPI, what's the update?
MPI, is that what we're calling it?
Master plan implementation. Come
Wait a
on.
minute, I like the acronym.
I didn't know it.
You didn't know it?
What's a master
I didn't.
No.
Oh, goodness.
We should have like a song and dance that starts every time somebody asks about the master plan. Like the monorail from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Did someone say monorail? Did someone say sidewalk?
Yeah, so master plan, I don't know, did I already tell you that I met with Thais and Rob last
Yeah.
month? Okay, so that must have, it was around the time as our, same time as our meeting. We, as a board, need to figure out one more thing before we get final sign-off from Select Board. So they have time, August 11th, I believe it is, I'll figure it out, but like for us to go there, either me or you or both, Dan can go, just to explain everything to the entire board, because I explained it all to Thais. She had some questions that I answered, just minor, like nothing crazy. Just more wondering how we're going to be implementing this. It's a little different because it is working groups versus a subcommittee, and we do have to be careful. I would love for board members to be the implementation leaders for each category for many reasons, but one of them is because the working group is a very particular defined type of working group. Where like it's not a subcommittee is when you have the people that are going to be consistent working on it throughout the entirety of a term, say, versus a working group where you can say, oh, we're going to be working on this one line item that's within our overall plan, and there's somebody from the community that wants to jump in and help. They have experience, but they're not going to be working on the entirety of all the other items within that plan. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Does it? Yeah, okay. So, but there are some variations, and of course, with a working group, it's different than a subcommittee in that subcommittees, you have to have all the same kind of regulations that we have for open meeting law and all of that, and we have to be very careful that we don't have a subcommittee that we are calling a working group. Because if it does become more like, we would love for it to be more flexible. People can kind of jump in and out of our groups, stay on for 6 months, finish a project and move on, and recruit more people in the community so that we can get more engagement. But if it becomes the same people over and over and over, we may have to change to a subcommittee, for legal reasons. We might have to change that. So for now, I would love for it to try something new, try to get more people engaged that aren't, like, I don't want to do a 3-year term type of thing, or I'm only interested in 1 out of 10 of the things you're working on. So I want to try it this new way, but I would really love it if it would be ideal if it could be our board, since it's going to report into us essentially anyway. If each person has a topic or one of those categories, there are 5 that you like and you want to kind of spearhead, and it's mostly for now going to be working with town employees anyway, until we kind of build up, more engagement with the community. But just to kind of like get it off the ground, figure out who we're going to have as liaisons, as employees, town employees, talk to people in the community, or when you're ready to engage, write up a charter. Each of us will have to do a charter. For what exactly we're doing for our category, just so you can refer back to it. Are we actually doing what we said we were setting out to do so that we stay on the right track and make progress? So each one of us would have to write up a charter for our category, start working on it, come up with a plan of our own, basically a mini project plan for each category, come up with the list of who we're going to be liaising with, is there anybody in the community that we think, has this particular expertise, or, whatever it may be. We're just starting it from scratch and trying to figure out what we want it to be. As long as we're making progress, I think that's really the most important, and, communicating in the community what we're working on, and hopefully that gets them excited and they want to help out too in some capacity. But if each one of us could take one of those categories and just go through it and kind of make it our own, I think that might work best for the beginning, instead of trying to recruit residents that don't know about open meeting law. I just don't want to get us into a situation where we've all been trained on it already. We understand what we're looking for and, how to work within the law. I don't want this very creative way that we're trying to do something to get more engagement to be, not work so well legally. So I would prefer that it's people who are already trained on open meeting law. And it would be great if all of you would like to take one.
I'll take one.
How many categories are there?
Huh?
We have 5 categories, right?
5 categories.
5 members.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, there's
Oh.
5. It just so happened. We didn't do that on purpose.
Sure what?
You can ask Claude to randomly assign them.
Or we could
Might
just see
assign
which
one
ones.
to Claude.
What are the 5?
All right.
5 categories?
I'm not on Rich. Let me send this to you so that you can, or Betsy, Rich?
Yes, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Okay. I'll send it to both of you and then you can share it. So this was kind of the last piece. I just sent it to you guys. This was kind of the last piece that I wanted to figure out before going to select board. Select board met last night. Of course, it was one day before we were meeting. So then we'll figure out whether it's going to be me or Dan. We can go to the select board in August, get this finalized, tell them what we're doing, who the owners are, and get to work.
Cool. Municipal operations, infrastructure, mobility, economic development.
I knew it.
I was thinking
Better you than
Gary
me.
would be great for economic development.
I was thinking that too, but it's also going to be huge. Like that's such a big undertaking.
thought he'd want to spend more time in the town center.
I think that one sounds interesting,
I
actually.
was already in B1 zoning.
I know.
But let's talk about synergies, right? Because the economic development and town center
Go together.
revitalization are like
Yes.
the exact same thing, just different.
Different parts of it. That's actually,
parts of
it's
the
funny,
same
I was
story.
looking at these earlier, thinking the same exact thing, that first of all, economic development is going to be a huge one, probably more than any other. Assuming that we, start making progress, have meetings with developers and Rich, working with the select board because we need, certain accommodations, whatever it may be. I think that's going to be a huge one. Town center revitalization is not quite as big. And I actually think that one sounds really cool, town center, but it's also not a huge one like economic development, and they do go together. So if you need some help with economic development, I'm happy to help you, but I'm also happy to take on town center revitalization, and we can work separate until it converges. And
That makes sense.
and then I think municipal operations like that, some of it is actually energy related, and we have an energy committee. So it could, like we talked about before, it might just be that somebody's an owner for this board, but it's somebody else within the town, whether it's a board, whether it's an employee, they already do something that could actually relate to that. So maybe it's just getting them involved, So it's not necessarily a heavy lift where you have to figure it out. And a lot of it's going to be, I think, already handled most likely
The
by
infrastructure and resiliency one, is that what you're saying? That one?
No, for municipal operations and
municipal
facilities,
operations. I'm sorry.
yeah.
If I can drum up some interest in mobility and recreation connectivity, we've talked about the importance of this stuff before. I recall talking to MAPC during the initial master plan scoping about, I think they called them trails, but there was probably another word for like not hyper-focusing on sidewalks, but trying to find
Multimodal
areas that-
paths.
Not just multimodal.
Secondary, I
paths.
think they said secondary, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like off,
which could be a trail, multimodal, something. It doesn't have to be a sidewalk. But just trying to find ways to get the town connected, through walking, through bikes,
I'd be
things like
interested in that.
It being a liaison
Runner who's
to,
almost been hit by a car many times.
Yeah, it would be really cool for you. I would like to save your life.
Yeah. I'm
that
getting
also
sick of
ties
bailing
into
into prison ivy.
recreation, right? And CPC, I'll eventually step off CPC if anybody wants to take that one, that kind of ties in.
Open Space Recreation Implementation Committee firing up, right?
Yeah, well, we will, yep.
We will.
First we're steering, then we're going to implementation,
Right.
So that, no, that's, yeah.
So many synergies.
So,
Right, it's all going to tie in
yeah, it's
in
all
some
gonna tie
way.
in. So Dan did volunteer, he did volunteer for the,
I got appointed by the select board. didn't I?
right, yeah, he got appointed as on the Open Space Recreation
Oh, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Steering Committee.
It's an honor.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations.
is that a conflict of interest if he wanted to do mobility and recreation connectivity?
No, it's a synergy.
Sounds like Allery wanted to do.
I'm happy to do whatever, just not economic development.
I mean,
So if he's already doing the work once, he
I
doesn't
love
have to
that
do it again. So I feel like the rest of us are kind of pulling double duty, and I think Dan should have something else.
That's a fair point.
Well, I just said, I'm not doing
I think that
Gary.
automatically means he needs two.
I would love infrastructure, but I'm also happy to flip a coin with you, Chris, on the remaining.
I will just take whatever's left over, because Melissa took my love.
Did you want that
Town
one?
center.
For
No,
the town
it's
center?
fine. It's fine.
Just cry about it tonight.
No, it's fine. I don't care which one.
I will honestly, infrastructure sounds
I love talking about this.
probably.
So I was thinking,
Really
the
important,
first
but-
one, infrastructure and resiliency, would be good for someone who was used to work at the state level.
Yeah.
Who could that be? Do we have anybody on the board with that kind of experience?
No.
No? Nobody sitting next to you,
Right?
maybe?
Yeah, I'd love to do that one, so send it my way if that's cool.
That was actually probably the one that I wanted the least. So if you do really want any of the, like, if you want
care.
that one, I'll
Whatever
take
you want.
whatever other one.
What's mine then? If you keep town center?
Let's see. So yours, ooh.
Municipal operations.
Yeah.
Municipal operations.
Wah, wah.
Awesome. I'll take it.
I think that's one of the most interesting ones because
Yeah, I
that's
think
like the
that one's
place where we
actually good.
actually might get the most done, working
Yeah.
with like facilities and Rob and the energy committee and stuff. Like
Yes,
there's a lot
I
of
think
stuff
that one's going to be a lot of Rob, and so that is amazing because Rob gets things done.
Awesome. Can't wait.
You're not seeing it, but you will see it. I'm very confident. You'll be very excited about this.
I'm just excited to add more on my plate.
Yeah.
You have strong support staff, maybe it'll help out. Right?
You just need to get your team up quickly. Go find some people that are interested in this.
100%.
If you really
So if you're
do,
watching out there and you you love talking about municipal operations and facilities,
You know, in like,
job.
in like 3 years, somebody at the senior center is going to queue up this video and be like, how do I join? And you're like, the one person that finally watched this video
3 years later.
3 years later.
Did you really want the town center one?
I
don't
care.
mind.
I still have the same amount of time to devote to that one as well.
Okay. Well, I think there's probably more people already working internally on the municipal operations and
100%,
facilities one, so that
yes.
might be easier for you then if you don't have a ton of time. Yeah. All right, so Dan's going to take infrastructure and resiliency. Chris is going to take municipal operations and facilities.
Moff.
Huh? MOF? You have MOF. Allery, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Mobility and recreation connectivity.
Merc.
Gary is going to take economic development, and I will take town center revitalization, which is actually more than town center, by the way. When I looked through all of the items, it's like more. It's like kind of like the whole town revitalization. So it does actually come in. It works really well with Gary's.
It's like a
just
virus.
lot.
You got to start somewhere.
You gotta start. Yeah, 100% start there. Awesome, thanks guys. So now we can get on select board agenda for August and finalize and let them know who the owners are.
Because that's our meeting.
Oh, maybe that,
This is 10th.
Okay.
okay, thanks. That's for less.
All right, cool. Anything else for the MPI?
That is it.
All right, cool. Zoning bylaw committee outlined proposed zoning bylaw amendments.
All right. We have a lot here.
All right.
Oh,
Looking for a motion to defer the conversation till next meeting. I'm joking. Let's go. Drive it.
We do have, so last night at the select board meeting, we had a resident, Susan Jacobson, put her name forward to volunteer for the planning board subcommittee on zoning, and then Anita Mecklenburg also put her name forward, which was voted. So it's Anita, Sue Jacobson, Mike Brogan from the ZBA, and Melissa and Dan from the planning board. So I'll send out an email, but hopefully not 5:30 a.m., but be earlier. We don't have to meet at nighttime. We'll see. I'll kind of poll everyone. Huh?
PM?
Well, he likes to meet at 5:30 a.m., but.
We had to start 5:30 a.m.
Yeah, yeah, but anyway, I was hoping a little bit later. But anyway, so that committee is together. Topics of,
Do we have to vote on that?
no, everything's set. I'm just
Can we
giving
have to
you.
appoint a chair?
Yes, good. Oh, thank you very much.
I mean, I'm the one who said vote.
No, it's a good. Yeah, the planning board does need to designate a chair from that group.
Do we wait until after it begins to see who's interested, or do we have to do that now before it starts?
Well, I suppose
We
you
could do
can,
that. We could have a.
you can
first
meet
meeting
without
and
a
see if
chair.
there's
Yeah, see if somebody who's
See
interested.
if somebody really steps into a leadership role.
All right, that's fair. So you can do that at the August 11th meeting.
Okay. I mean,
Topics?
I thought in the email that we had received,
yeah, from
Judith.
Beth, that the,
Oh, no, that was a swap. appointment.
Are you sure?
Yes, swap.
Oh, no, here. As stated in the zoning committee's charter, committee members shall be appointed by majority vote of the planning board. So we have a charter.
So I think we have to vote.
Yes, we have to vote
Yeah.
on that slate.
All right.
Are we allowed to vote on it now since it wasn't in the agenda?
Yeah, you're covered under zoning bylaw
Yeah,
committee,
yeah,
right?
it's within the four corners of it.
Sure.
All right, so I am looking to vote for the appointment of Anita Mecklenburg and Susan Jacobson as the Select Board's designees to the Planning Board Zoning Committee Subcommittee.
Do we have to vote for the other 3 appointments too? We have to just vote for the whole
Do we have
slate,
to?
or is it?
If I recall, I believe you, why don't you do them all? I thought you did Mike already, and then you're.
We haven't voted on
That's right.
haven't voted.
To encompass them all.
Do 'em all
So that
then.
way
Yeah,
there-
let's
it
do it.
covers us.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so looking for a motion to recommend Anita Mecklenburg and Susan Jacobson as the Select Board's designees to the Planning Board Zoning Committee Subcommittee, in addition to
Mike Brogan from the Zoning Board of Appeals.
Mike Rogan from the Zoning Board of Appeals,
And Melissa and Dan.
and Melissa Mayo and Dan
Melissa Mayo,
Seeger from the
Dan
Planning
Seeger from the
Board.
Planning Board.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. Thank you.
That was just passed.
All right.
Yeah.
Just passed it in the House.
Oh, did they really?
What did we pass?
Daylight savings time?
It's the daylight savings.
They pass it every year.
Yeah.
They never actually implement it.
We're excited that maybe something will happen.
It's coming now.
I don't want it to happen.
But yeah,
Too dark in
because,
the morning in the winter.
It's perfect.
well, no, because now it's gonna get, they screw it up because we make the change and we never change back, right?
That's right.
I forget which one's saving and which one's losing.
So are we in savings now?
We're in Eastern Daylight right now.
We didn't put daylight savings on the agenda, so we should probably.
Damn it. It's much more interesting.
It's unanticipated business, but anyway. So the topic of discussion, just quick smattering of topics.
We don't even know what topic we're talking about yet. I haven't introduced it yet.
It's the same subject, the zoning subject.
Oh, okay, zoning.
Yeah, so
Okay.
open space bylaw amendments, TDR bylaw, the 40Y, solar bylaw, switching the special permits from the ZBA to the planning board, so it's in one track. Recently come up relative to the aquifer protection bylaw, relative to the boundaries for that district. And then the watershed protection bylaw, whether or not, part of the we'll look at will be whether it's even a necessity today with, we already have a general wetland bylaw, we have the Wetlands Protection Act, so a layer of zoning might not really be as needed at this point in time. Amendments to the site plan approval. And then I did put in a moratorium on data centers, which, some
Why are
of
those in the news? Are they problematic? Is there
Well, to be clear on this, so it would be a 1-year
Yeah, it'd be a
moratorium,
1 year
so that we could actually, as a town, look at how we would want to regulate and zone them. And
water for those first?
Not all the time, but I suggested this because I actually think that if done correctly, data center could be a great commercial revenue source for the town. So what I don't want is like some crazy project to get proposed and the whole town goes crazy and then we shut it off entirely. I would think it would be helpful to put a moratorium on, take a year to actually study the right and appropriate way to do it, see if it's feasible in town, and then make a decision as a town if that's something that we'd like to implement into our zoning code.
Love it. I think that's a great way to approach it.
Mansfield is one locally just recently adopted one.
New York State just put a 1-year pause on them.
Okay. So those are the topic of discussion, and there is some increased interest in 40Y. So that's one of the things I want to talk about with the subcommittee when we meet shortly. I have a resident
That's the starter home one.
starter home one,
Where you can have 4 1,850 square foot homes on 1
Yeah.
acre, which saves a ton of money for the developer to be able to put that many homes on 1 acre.
It's like
And-
my house, but with 3 more on my property.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not made for like big yards, just like a nice starter home. I mean, that's 1850 is, I think that's like the
When you
perfect
say there's
size.
interest in 40Y, like from who?
What's that?
I'll get to that right now.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
First, I want to swap swaps.
well,
I want to swap swaps.
you want to do that first?
Yeah.
Well, wait, can I just
That's
ask,
unanticipated business.
through the chair, can I just ask one follow-up before we get to
I'll allow it.
40R? Is that different conversation, not starter home related, but we never really got back to that 6 years ago.
So 40Y has its basis or origin in 40R.
Right, I know that. That's why I was asking.
Okay. 40R, not sure it's as much of a necessity based on the recent changes that the town has done.
Okay.
Related
Right.
to mixed-use development,
Yeah.
because we're now at, rent densities that are the same comparable to 40R. So
That makes sense.
I'm not sure it's really as relevant now after the recent changes, but we certainly could always take a peek at it. So as I mentioned, there's about 2 Main Street properties, one on this side of town, which is 99 Main Street. I meet with the owner next Monday. But also the owners of the proposed 40B on Main Street. They're continuing from the Board of Appeals meeting tomorrow evening. They've gone,
Which property is that? Sorry.
it's the one that's behind Comey's Pond and wraps
Oh,
around
yeah,
and
yeah.
City Mills. They've actually, we met with them yesterday. They've took in the feedback that's already been provided, the feedback from the first public hearing of the 40B from the Zoning Board of Appeals, and they're looking to scale it actually down to 32.
Wow, 32 from 84.
Yeah.
I just want to, it's been done already, but publicly give that company credit for showing up at the meeting in person. Just saying, we're a family business, here's the idea, we've listened to your feedback, and now they clearly took that feedback to heart, so I do appreciate that.
Yeah, so there is, I talked to their attorney today, so there is interest in the 40Y for that site, but it really kind of depends where we go with 40Y. If it's something that could be moved along expeditiously, then they might really consider. And there's mutual kind of benefits on their side and the town side too. So I just wanted to.
Yeah, we get money.
The town does, yes, there is the financial incentives, but the second incentive to it really is the opportunity to be able to reach people in the 110% median income range.
Yeah.
So you're starting to get to the people that don't qualify for 40B, making up, so that's, we kind of hit another group that we've kind of talked about that don't really have really programs necessarily for them. So that's kind of incentive. And again, back to the house. So anyway, so those are 2 bookends in terms of interest in that. So
For 99, sorry, because you were just talking about 34.
yeah, so 373, that's on that end. 99 is, if you drive over
big
here, you
lot.
see the Lions.
Yeah, the Lions, yeah.
Lions. That's
Long driveway, house is set
The
back,
Lions.
backs up to Campbell State.
Campbell Forest.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so
What are they thinking,
we're gonna chat about 40Y.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So they're interested. So that kind of gives you
How many
the,
acres do they have?
Just like, I think it's 5, 4.5, 5,
4.5, 5, yeah.
5.7.
5.7.
Okay.
Yeah. They were thinking more of, which I could completely appreciate, it might be something that they might want to, for a family. So it's an opportunity to maybe do something
family compound.
Yeah,
I dig it.
Yeah.
yeah, so.
I think it's going to be popular. I don't know. I have no data at all, but just like seeing seeing what's been presented, having it be a carrot, not a stick, which 40B, nobody likes 40B, and it's not even, like, most people don't even know what a 40B is. They just don't like it because it's forced upon you.
Yeah.
So, and I get that completely, but, having an option to opt in for it, having it be 1,850 square feet, it's just like having it be 110%. It's just, I feel like it's just going to be so much better, and they can look really nice. So it doesn't take away from the kind of like village downtown.
You have the ability to go back, right? So here's a location you want to do it. You can float it over that area and then come back. You can do another one if you want. So it's not all in. You can kind of incrementally do it too. That's another, I think, plus to it too. It's not all in kind of thing. So anyway, there's interest in that, so.
Meaning you can make multiple overlay zones,
Yeah.
start with one and then add it.
Yeah, you can start one and then add to it, so.
Cool.
That's that.
So, looks like we're swapping swaps. Melissa's swapping to...
Yeah, so Melissa got swapped in, and which is great, so now we have 2 reps. Bob Nicodemus, who was a former planning board member, design review, he used to be the non-staff swap member. So since he's stepped up, which is quite a few years now, so excellent. But then I'm asking the planning board to designate me for the employee side of the swap bylaws.
What makes you think you're qualified, Rich?
Yeah, I say we deny it right off the top.
You certainly, you may do that, right? And that's up to your prerogative.
Do you have enough time?
Although the swap group, as being the co-chair, they're probably a little bit disappointed.
Oh, right, you're the co-chair right now.
Yeah, but,
All right, Melissa can take over.
Flattering yourselves.
This is list. I am maxed out after
Looking at your
this one.
permanent record.
I used to be the chair, so I'm slid down to co-chair.
Oh.
But,
All right, looking for a vote to appoint Richard McCarthy as the swap, which is the Southwest Area Planning Committee representative as the employee of Land Use Department.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I was really hoping for a pregnant eye there, but okay. Aye.
I am 100% behind Richard, even if I do have concerns.
Richard, considering your position as the town planner, do you have any updates?
I do, unanticipated business.
Damn it.
It's quick. I just need a vote from the planning board to extend the temporary CO for the fire station.
Why?
Wow.
It's expired.
Wow, that went by quick.
Can we find them?
Just extended it.
Is this because of the
We're pushing
stormwater?
way out.
Yeah. So, what I'm proposing is to December 15th, 2026.
Jesus. When is this work gonna get done?
So we are, July 29th, there's a fire station committee meeting. I said I would go meet with them.
Yeah.
So, they did cost out the different versions of,
And then we told them which version we liked and all of that stuff.
so they did get approved, the, removal of the system, put a Coltech underground system. It priced out at over $250,000, so it was pretty significant in terms of.
They have the money?
They have the money, but they also could maybe consider a different option and turn the money in, right? So they don't have to spend the money on the. So I'm making a pitch to them to do a wet basin. Considering it's holding water.
So we're setting up ice skating rink?
No.
Vernal pool.
Pool. Vernal pool.
Community pool, it's been a request for years.
Little kids can go get little egg masses every spring. It'll be great.
Love it.
Yeah. So
We could stock it.
Sure, if you want.
They will come.
It'll come. So, I will say there's a difference of opinion from the contractor based on the site conditions, based on the recommendations, so it's really kind of work between that. I think the wet basin is a nice alternative, which can be done and be attractively done, and
Technically, isn't it already done?
Yeah, it's
well, essentially,
Naturally occurring.
it's natural, but it does not really,
Put special plants.
So now we want to make it hold water more?
No, it holds water.
But it already holds water.
Yeah.
But we actually want to make the plants and the vegetation utilize the water.
Put native stuff in, not all the invasive junk.
Yeah. So anyway, they need an extension on the temp CO.
They've done a great job up until now. It's just
Yeah.
a shame to see this falling apart in front
Right?
of us.
It's not really falling apart.
I'm kidding, it's a joke. Clearly, I am all in favor of giving them an extension if they're gonna sell it.
Okay.
Yeah, they should be spending $250,000 for fancy stuff, so if we find it out.
And I think it is a big wish, not a huge wish, but if we do this right as a wet basin, I think it'll encourage additional ones going forward, which has not been something necessarily promoted that well in Norfolk, based on previous design approaches to stormwater. So, anyway, that's the pitch. I mean, there will be a pitch, but that's why they need the temp. They haven't been able to square it away.
All right, looking for a motion to approve the temporary occupancy permit for the fire department till December 15th, 2026.
So
Yeah, well, at least,
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Anything else unanticipated,
nope,
Mr. McCarthy?
I've covered everything.
You ever gonna get an associate member again?
Well, if you know anybody that's, I mean, we
keep scaring them
tried
away.
pitching. We do pitch as much as we can. But if you have anybody,
What about your friends there at that paper? The Norfolk, read them.
oh yeah, we do need to.
Guy, your, the reporter. What was the reporter that calls you all the time?
John Stewart? What about, he's not a resident though. You mean just do a story?
To do a story.
Yeah.
To put something in the paper. They work for the conservation.
Andrew's here every night, he can do both, right?
We could, yeah, we could do another, we probably, we'll talk to Judith and see how we've done with the other positions, right? To see if we've got vacancies filled. But yeah, we could definitely do that. There was actually a resident who is moving from, well, future resident, from Holliston to Norfolk, who served on the ZBA, who I spoke to her about it, and she might be interested.
Okay.
So,
I hope she wasn't the one that asked about the traffic on Park Street, because I think that person got scared away.
Ouch.
Probably isn't moving here anymore.
no, she's she didn't get scared away. She'll be coming. So,
Oh, good.
Actually, I do have her contact info. I'll reach out to her. She's not technically here yet.
Bigger question, like, how is the town generally broadcasting this sort of stuff? I don't pay attention to the interwebs anymore for mental health reasons, so I'm not sure what the
That's understandable.
promotion is like.
It does get out. It gets out on social media.
I think we need our own separate, not lump it in, oh, here are the positions available in the town.
Yeah, I think it's true.
Like you should go door to door.
Door to door. I mean, I will say, so they did, the editor.
All those in favor?
What? Door to door.
Right at like 6 o'clock, right at dinner time.
Solicitors. Yeah, no, we'll.
White shirt, black tie,
Yeah.
little book of all the bylaws.
Preferably black, leather clad,
Yeah. On a Segway.
and a little name tag.
Don't you, yeah, I mean, you're around town, you're with your friends and associates, and you don't say, hey, listen,
Me?
well, I love you.
Specifically you.
Yeah, don't you?
I was gonna say, I have friends.
I think there
I
are,
have you all.
I don't know that people know what we do, never mind the associate position, like,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that in a
No, I
bad
understand.
way, it's just people are so busy, like I've
What
actually.
about if
thought-
somebody was like at a farmer's market? And-
So, right, so what if we had
what
a
if-
shirt
what if-
that said,
What
like,
if
ask
somebody
me
was at a
about
farmer's market and they said, hey, I'm on the planning board, we're looking for associate member.
Give me something to put on my table.
Yeah,
Conflict of interest.
we'll put something on your table.
AI, AI,
That's not terrible. I think that's a halfway good idea.
Or like the farmer's market will also let you pop up a table, which you could just put like right next to me.
Yeah.
So at least I'm there if somebody
All right.
actually
So Rob's been doing his town administrator time.
Yeah, you know, at the
On
library.
Fridays, every other Friday at the library, but it's during the day. Maybe he'd want to like swap it out. I'll go hang out with him and just go.
We should do a table at the farmer's market and recruit.
it was my,
For an associate
this was my
position
flyer.
and-
Rich shot me down though.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Rich, you shot.
I did?
Yeah, you shot me down when I did this a long time ago. This is like before.
You did.
This
You
is
were like, Betsy,
before.
where did you get that? She's like, I made this. And you're like, it's terrible.
I did. I like copied, pasted it. This is before like AI. Planning board needs you.
I actually don't remember this at all.
I don't
I
recall.
because I got shot down. It never went anywhere. Rich said no.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Just 2 letters.
Well, all right.
The
so-
library is so busy. I did not realize
It's
that
so
until
busy.
it's so busy.
Yes.
So like between like farmers market, if we just
Yeah.
want to hang up a flyer like
Yeah,
that.
hang this
Wednesdays
flyer
are
up.
All right, well,
really busy.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, now we have AI. We can like, AI
don't make
it
it
up
look-
a little bit.
No, I think
Yeah,
this,
no,
this
this is
one
perfect.
AI's too
exactly.
busy.
This is authentic.
You want
This
this
is
one?
perfect,
Yeah,
yes.
the
Do you like my
AI
graphics that I like
Right.
copied?
I love it, yes.
I think it's great.
This
We're
one
gonna-
needs to go up.
All right, we'll get it up.
What?
Send it to me and I'll print it and bring it
After all
tomorrow.
these years, I did this, 3 years ago.
I really don't recall rejecting
Why not
this, but
try something new?
apparently
No,
I did.
I don't think that's a good, no.
Really?
Let's try new things. We're trying our work group.
No, it could have been a bit. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
because I think
don't-
we were trying to get Gary, Searle to come back and
All right, well, we'll put the flyer out.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
so, all
Happy to have it at my table at farmer's markets.
Yeah.
There. I don't do every week.
right, you going next
exhausting.
week?
Yes, I'll be there tomorrow. It's going to
Oh,
be like
tomorrow.
90 something degrees.
oh
tomorrow.
no.
Oh goodness.
I will let
Okay.
Tanya know.
I will not.
I can see. I'll see if Rob wants to do like a Wednesday afternoon.
All right, so we'll bring it over to you for tomorrow.
I'll be there. I'll come back tomorrow.
I
I feel
can't.
like I could do so much better though.
No. We don't want better, we want this.
You want
it's
that?
You want authentic? Okay.
My work is complete here. I can retire. and-
I honestly think we need t-shirts with this logo on it. I'd say planning board,
planning board
Town of
needs
Norfolk
you.
Planning Board.
Retire. I mean,
Or
that's
just
not-
like
I mean,
ask me about the Norfolk Planning Board. Ask me
That's
about
not
the planning
sufficient for
board.
retirement.
Ask me.
All right. Any other updates, Rich?
I appreciate your time this evening, and thank you for,
Are we doing a 6 o'clock meeting? in
Oh, yeah.
August?
Wait,
Rich is gonna
we're not
be
done yet.
blind.
First, we gotta get through the typical second Tuesday of the month schedule. Everybody good on August 11th still?
yeah.
Yeah.
Rich is great about that one because
All right.
he's going to be.
What about September 8th? We're still good?
Oh, no, we're not
After
gonna do it
we get
consistently?
through August, I have no idea. But sure.
You're not gonna do it early
Don't even
consistently?
bother.
No, I'm just talking in general
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
sorry.
the dates.
Okay.
So do you guys really want to meet early on the
Doing it
11th?
early?
We haven't brought that up yet, but
Let's
yes.
do it as a pilot. We'll do a pilot for August and then see how it goes. Well, that would be nice.
Oh, so
Vacation list.
technically we,
Might be me.
Weren't you away at the last meet, right?
so if we do it on the 11th,
You know,
oh, well, yeah, so we can, all right.
All right.
Everybody good on the September 8th? Good? All right,
yeah.
those are the only two I care about right now. All right, unanticipated new business that may come before the board. So there's a proposal floating around moving this meeting earlier. Some say 6:30, some say 6, others say 5 a.m.
No 5 a.m.
No 5 a.m. Got it.
I don't know. There's two of us. A shot.
Come on, Gary. You look like an early riser. No?
I forced myself out of bed with electricity and alcohol at 5:30 to make this.
Well, the alcohol might be your problem.
See, I would normally say yes, I'm gung-ho for the 5 a.m., but it's the people that we serve that I'm most
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
concerned
Fair,
of.
that's fair.
You know?
Nobody really wanted to do that.
So I propose, I would recommend 6 p.m. or 6:30. I'm fine with 6 p.m.
I say 6.
I think 6 is fine. Well, you take the train back from Boston, and so do you.
I'm looking at the 5:05 train comes in at 5:58, so there might be some days I'm like 10 minutes late.
Right, so what I propose then is we start with 6:30. We do it for the next couple meetings, and then we reassess. We go from there.
That sounds good.
The one addition to that, well, we did talk about it is you could do your, like, don't hold public hearings.
Right, until,
Right, so that front end would be business, so it may,
that's where we're doing the meeting minutes, the town planner.
Right, because we've got, so if we start at 6:30, then we've got, the
Meeting
Pond
minutes.
Street, we got Pond Street Solar at
Right.
7, so.
So you do all that before instead of after.
correct, so you're not doing this stuff now.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like
I
that.
mean, I'm game for.
We have enough to fill a half an hour. Rich isn't gonna be here, so
I mean, if not, we pause and we come back when we do.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have enough.
Yeah, it wasn't, yeah.
You didn't really think this vacation through with
It's okay,
us,
we've
really.
gotta do we'll do the decisions for.
It'd be a good challenge for me to actually get my butt out of the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
been a
I'm,
goal for like 7 years.
That's what I'm
I am
looking
gonna
for as
make an
well.
early train, and I never do.
We're forcing it upon you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
thank you.
Yeah,
all
well,
right, so looking for a motion to approve the change of the planning board meeting start time for the August 11th and September 8th meetings to 6:30 PM.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. So noted, this is only for the next 2 meetings at this point in time. Following the meeting on the 8th, we will reconvene and discuss whether or not we want to make this permanent or make any changes.
My concern is that if we have a super long meeting, then I just don't eat ever.
We can
Coming off
DoorDash.
the train. Oh, I can steal snacks at work.
I'm not,
You can eat right here.
yes, and I have. Until Melissa commented I didn't bring enough for the class.
I have snacks. It's good. Snacks in my bag.
I'll bring a cake, it'll be fine.
Awesome. I love cake.
I'll have cake for dinner.
And sourdough?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sourdough
yeah.
and butter is all I need, and cheese maybe? Ooh.
It's a lot of sourdough.
And also order from the delicious pizza place.
I just paid my daughter's first college tuition bill, so I'm not buying pizza anytime.
So rice and beans it is.
4 years.
Franks and beans, and mac and cheese.
Any other unanticipated new business that may come before the board, and we're not talking about the GoFundMe for Gary?
no.
All right, so then I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Have a good night. Take care.
Okay.